Really cool product. I'm excited to open this up. This is a stove fan. This works for on top of a stove in your home or cabin, or it actually is designed to also work on a buddy heater. That's what I'm going to be using it for. But what's really cool about this, it doesn't take electricity. You don't have to plug it in. There's no batteries, things like that. Somehow this thing takes the power from the heat of your stove and it powers the fan. And this is going to help spread the heat out through the room a lot better. I'm really curious how it works. Let's get this thing out of the box. All right, so here it is packaged in. They did a good job packaging that. And here is the fan itself. Pretty interesting design here. I'll show you. You get your fan blade like that, and then obviously these wings are metal, and they're gonna heat up, and that's what it's gonna pull the air across to get as much heat into the air that it's blowing out as possible. Now it has a safety device built into the bottom here. I'm not exactly sure how that works, but it's something with the heat allows that to rise up, and it protects the motor from overheating. So it's like a safety device there, and pretty crazy. No batteries, anything like that. You can see you're not going to plug it in. Somehow this thing creates electricity from the heat and runs itself that way. So this little bracket here is going to be if you're using this on a buddy heater. So this will just sit on top of a traditional stove. If you have a wood fireplace or a coal fireplace, you just set this on top, the heat rises up through it, and it's going to blow. And then if you're using this on a buddy heater, we're going to use this bracket here and attach this somehow. Might have to open the directions up to see how to do that. They also send a thermometer along, which is pretty cool. This is magnetic, so you can stick this to your stove and just let you know how hot your stove is getting. So kind of cool to track it. Gives you, lets you know if you're getting too hot or whatever. So nice little bonus, they send that along. So the directions explain how to use this clip. Looks pretty simple. It's just gonna clip onto the buddy heater and creates a little spot where you can hook this on, and you can see they have this little notch. So this is designed to fit your buddy heater. Why don't we go fire up the buddy heater, hook this thing up, see how well it really works. Okay, so I wanna show you quick how this clip works. So first off, this clip is designed for the little buddy heaters, the one that have one rectangle. This is the big buddy with the two ceramic rectangles on the front. And you can see here in the picture guide, it goes right in the middle. So normally on these slots up here, you would take the clip with this bent part up, and you would set that down, look just like that. It just sets right on there. And then this wire cage will be closer, and you can take this, take that hook there, and when you hook this on, it would set against that, and it kind of creates a resting place for it. But for whatever reason, I guess the big buddy heaters are designed a little different, that this cage doesn't fit quite the same. You can see that there. But it still is gonna work fine. I can actually take this and clip it right there, and you can see it's sitting nice and flat, and it's pretty secure. It's not super secure, but there's no wind or anything in here, so I don't need to worry about that. So why don't we get this thing fired up here and get some heat to it, and we'll see how it does. All right, check that out. So it's been on for maybe a minute now, and you can see the fan is starting to spin, and it's just from the heat. So this plate's starting to heat up, the heat's rising. Look at it, it's starting to pick up speed there. That thing is spinning, and it's pushing the heat out. That's so cool. So honestly, I have no idea how that works. It is really spinning now. It's not like blowing a lot of air, but it's spinning faster and faster as this thing's getting hotter and hotter, and it's definitely pushing some air. So now rather than having the heat just floating straight up, it's going to push it and circulate it around, which is great. Like, these things work fine if you're in a small room and you leave it on for a while. It slowly heats everything up, but a lot of the time I'm out here in my big garage and this little thing just heats up a little spot. So if I'm cold, I gotta go stand by it because it's not actually sending the hot air out. So now this is blowing this air out farther and spreading it out more, so you get a nice warmer area. So really it makes your heater more effective, and it's just really cool. I'm super impressed with that. I have no idea how it works. There's this little motor there, two little wires that come down, and somehow it's getting power from the heat, turning this fan. You can see it going there, It's pushing that heat out. So I'm super excited to have this just because it's really cool technology and that they found a way to capture the heat and turn a motor with it in a very simple device. And it's just really going to be nice to have around in the garage here, blowing the heat out. And now the heat is traveling up through, heating these fins up as time's going by, and it's throwing even more heat. I mean, I can feel it pushing that heat out. So the other thing I want to point out is it's so quiet. I can't hear it at all. Maybe a tiny bit. But it's got to be one of the quietest fans ever. So you don't hear any whirring or buzzing or annoying sounds at all. It's just this quiet fan blowing heat out. This would be awesome to have on your wood stove or your coal stove, something like that. Works great. It's awesome. I'm really excited about it. You're going to love it.